What are some very comforting facts? Jupiter's gravitational mass is so immense, modern science believe it's been protecting us from meteors for millions of years. It's highly likely your pet dreams of you in their sleep. I can't find the exact article I read, but one from Psychology Today explains that most animals dream of things they do during the day. You're such a huge, loving part of their life, it makes sense they dream of you. I grow pumpkins and the long vines are covered in big bell-shaped golden flowers. Every morning I go outside and take a peek inside, ever since I discovered that they always have 2 or 3 sleeping bees in them, bees that have spent the night safe and warm inside. Little bee hotel rooms, as it were. Although it's very cold and the vines aren't producing pumpkins right now, I'm leaving them in place just for the bees. Van Gogh didn't start painting until his late 20s. J.K. Rowling didn't publish Harry Potter until her late 30s. Samuel L. Jackson didn't get his first big role until his 40s. It's never too late to be who you might have been. There's a volunteer organization called No One Dies Alone. You're at Sacred Heart's Medical Center, you're terminal, you need a companion. From someone to talk to, or just someone to hold our hand. They'll make sure someone will be there for you. Other hospitals have this too. The word for penguin in Mandarin translates to business goose. A knighted penguin that holds the rank of brigadier lives in Edinburgh Zoo. He was promoted in 2016. Airline pilot here. LF, make it to the airport without dying, you've already passed the deadliest part of plane travel. It's mind-numbingly boring mid-flight, we manage systems and plan out the descent and landing. It's so highly orchestrated and planned to the point that I know exactly how someone I've never met is going to fly. We don't take chances, and that's partly why it's boring, because we always do the safe thing. Whenever I've experienced heartbreak or something scary or intimidating, I remind myself I'm not the first person ever to have gone through, and for some reason I always find it comforting. I'm not the first person to be scared or sad, and thousands of others have gotten through what I'm going through, and if they can get through it, why can't I? Dogs make cute little sneezing sounds to tell you they are playing and not fighting. In dog and wolf movies where they use real-life dog actors, the people who have to edit all that sometimes have to add CGI tails because they dogs can't stop wagging their tail as they are so happy. Dogs know when you step on them by mistake, because you immediately start petting and apologizing. They know it's a mistake. People see you 20% more attractive than you see yourself. It breaks my heart that people don't believe they are good looking, when in reality you're a sexy son of a witch. Love yourself, accept yourself. My boyfriend has a panic and anxiety disorder. Whenever he gets a panic attack, one of our cats will sit on him and purr loudly. It always comforts him and calms him down. We always joke that she is our little support animal. She is very attuned to our emotions and feelings. When my grandmother passed away and I was very sad, she would not leave me alone. She would just sit next to me in silence or occasionally let out a small mew to inform me she was still there. So, as conclusion, even if you are having a bad day, your pet still loves you. Your body is home to its own unique ecosystem, the human gut. Sounds gross, but billions of little creatures living inside you are helping you digest things, dispose of waste, and survive natural toxins in the food you consume. If you ever feel like you're useless, or that your existence means nothing, that's not true. You literally mean the world to your gut flora. Swedish blood donors receive a text whenever their blood is used to help someone. Given all the atoms in the universe are recycled in various ways, having formed in the first stars, our entire body has already experienced billions of years of each atom's own personal history. Even more comforting, it's plausible those atoms will eventually become part of someone else in the future and will continue to exist in various forms, transforming continuously until the end of time itself. So in a way, we're connected to something absolutely eternal, and our ultimate fate is to be spread across the stars. Hell, depending how deep you want to get, there's also a tiny chance that your pattern of DNA will form entirely by chance again, creating someone that is biologically you but with a whole new memory, experiences and history. Basically, everyone and everything is connected. The best part? None of this is based on religion or wishful thinking, it's actual established and current scientific fact. We have been born into arguably the best point in human history. True that we have a whole slew of troubles. These issues are only minor examples compared to the plagues, social Darwinism, and overall pretty crap quality of life you'd live say 100 years back. We still have those plagues, racial biases and hatred, but we are lucky that we are alive in a time where over the past century so many strides towards equality have been made. Except black licorice, we are unfortunately still in that era. An average person living in the developed world today lives better than a Roman emperor. Think about it. We have the entirety of human knowledge in our pockets at all times. We can take hot baths whenever we want, have fresh drinking water literally on tap in several rooms of our home, toilets, TV, kitchen appliances. We can travel the globe in a day or two. We can order anything we want on our phones and have someone literally bring it to our door. Even just the level of access we have to things. If an emperor loves strawberries, but strawberries aren't in season, tough luck, no strawberries for Emperor Pouty. I can buy strawberries whenever I want. Julius Caesar would envy us. During the Second World War, a Muslim man owned a mosque in Paris. After France got captured by the Germans, the French Jews were being killed. The Muslim man offered every Jew he could find shelter in his mosque and handed out fake Muslim certificates so they wouldn't be questioned. He saved over 400 lives. No one's your enemy, except for the ones you make yourself believe are. Liechtenstein once deployed 80 men for protecting the border against Austria. Despite their worries, they saw exactly zero combat. When they called it a day, they returned home, with 81 men. Because an Italian bloke bumped into them and wanted to come live in Liechtenstein. They literally made a friend on the way. If you've lost someone, and you feel like that person is completely gone from your life, think about the impact they have had on you, on your loved ones, on others, and think of how that impact continues to live on throughout all of life. That impact won't die with them either. The chain of life goes on. Malala Yousafzai, the girl who was shot in the head by the Taliban for insisting on going to school, recently completed her final exams in the University of Oxford. No matter how badly we mess up the earth with climate change, and politics and nuclear warfare, etc., once human beings don't exist, the earth will repair itself, and life will carry on. Until the sun swallows the earth too. But by that time humanity would have left Earth, probably. All those embarrassing cringy memories that come flooding into your mind when you least expect it? Nobody else remembers them. Every last one of us has them. It's part of this complicated process called living. While you're busy remembering yours, everyone else is remembering their own. It's in the past, nothing you can do right now can make it any better. Chalk it up as a lesson and reap the exp. Since animals have evolved next to humans for thousands of years, they have learned to show their feeling towards us. Dogs will wag their tag, lick you, step on your feet, press their body against your legs, lay on you, etc. All in an effort to show affection and be as close as physically possible to you. Cats make eye contact and slowly blink at you to say I am comfortable, I am pleased. They headbutt you as their form of a hug. They groom you as they would a kitten to care for you. They rub their scent on you to say this is my human, all mine, and it reassures them of your bond. Cows will also groom you, and enjoy being pet as it is relaxing and they truly trust you. Also, elephants get excited and happy looking at humans because we are to them as dogs are to us. They think we are cute, and want to play and pet us. You can tell whether a newborn baby is sick or not by looking at the color of the mother's breast milk. When a newborn baby is sick or has an infection of some kind, the mother's breast milk composition is altered so that it produces enough immune cells to fight off the infection. This occurs when cells are transmitted from the baby's saliva during breastfeeding. The vast majority of people are actually decent. Also, we don't need to find meaning, we literally create it ourselves. Everything that matters matters to someone. Everything that is beautiful in the eyes of someone. The universe does care, we're the part doing the caring. Some people are thrill seekers, some want only a little excitement, and many are happy with a normal life and a normal job. All of us should focus on doing our own things and improving ourselves to make a better place for everyone to live in. No matter how anxious you feel you are, no matter how ridden by fear you feel you are, every single one of us is the genetic survivor of hundreds of thousands of years of survivors. Each one of us came from a line of people who made the next correct intuitive move, survived incredibly difficult things, and were able to pass their genes on. So almost to the biological level, you can relax into a trust that when the moment comes where you will be faced with the biggest challenge, you will be able to draw on a deep reservoir of shared human consciousness that will say, now it's time to make the next move, and we can do this. Elizabeth Gilbert. There is no inherent purpose in life. That seems awful, but think about it for a minute. Any goal, any purpose, any achievement, any victory, any lesson, they are all yours. They are entirely yours. No one is handing you a half-completed work of art and telling you to finish it. When you face the end, you know that your fate and your victories belong to you and no one else. You're free. The world is more literate, healthier and well-fed than at any time in human history. The percentage of people starving to death has been on a downward trajectory for years. You are less likely to be assaulted or robbed than your parents. Don't worry about death. Just be the best version of yourself. Either God exists and you're in heaven chilling, or you are just gone and you never had to think or worry again. The sooner you can get your head around this, the sooner you'll make the most of life and enjoy the moments you can. The story of a man named Colonel Sanders is quite powerful. He was 5 when his dad died. He quit school at age 16, had lost 4 jobs by age 17, got married at 18, but his wife left him when he was 20, taking his baby with her. He lived depressed until age 65, when he retired and decided to end himself. He was writing his last letter when he began to think of what his life could have been, and began to think about his ability to cook. He borrowed $87, cooked some chicken, and sold them door to door in the streets of KFC. By age 88, he was a billionaire. For those of you who don't know, Colonel Sanders is the founder of KFC, pictured in KFC's logo. The message: it's never too late to start. Cats like to sit on your laptop, computer, paperwork to feel included. They see you doing something important and want to help too in their own way. If you are doing something on a laptop and have a separate old one just for her, she feels important and would not bother you on the one you're using. Hummingbirds will remember feeding spots for the rest of their lives, subsequently remembering the human which keeps said feeder filled. They might even send you a cheat sheet when they're zooming away. If you forget to fill a feeder and leave it empty for a few hours, it's very likely your neighborhood Hummer, or international traveling Hummer, will come to remind you to fill it. I've had one circle my head non-stop until I refilled.